Came from the ranks of the poor, was able to obtain a university education, and then returned to be among the poor. He says the greatest influence on his life was his father, who struggled mightily to help his family survive, but who directly and indirectly taught him to help those around him who are less fortunate.
He is asked what he would like to see for his country when he is a very old man. He answers that being an old man isn't very far from me. He says he would like to see a country with a lot less poverty, a country free from many of the problems that come with poverty, better roads, improved health for the whole population, and especially the children, 20 to 30 of whom die from illnesses each day in Honduras. Rain comes, and he is asked if he has anything to add. He says, "Tell the people who will see this program that if they will help us, we will help the rest."
The source of the water project is at the top of one of the many mountains. The road becomes increasingly difficult and then ends altogether. From there it is an hour's walk on paths thick with vegetation. Following the ditch being dug for the pipes, which one day soon will bring the water, looking like a scar, but ultimately a healing thing. At the top of the mountain, beneath leaves barely seen, much less heard, is where the water begins. An underground spring, the source of water and the season of hope, having the same name. The water is being collected. Men bring materials on donkeys and horses, bricks and cement. Men work, building a tank to hold the water. And children watch, perhaps not fully understanding the new world their fathers build for them. Jacobo Nunez is also at the mountain's top, explaining to the Americans what it is he does. University educated, Jacobo wanted to become a teacher. Now his classroom is the countryside. His students are the people. Jacobo comes from the city to the remotest areas of Honduras. Continuously, he is the director of Agua para el Pueblo.
He was the eldest son in a family of 8 children, and he had to get up very early on his father's farm to work, to feed the animals, to bring the water. Jacobo says he would like to see water systems all over Honduras, so that children could go to school instead of carrying water. He says, where there is need for water, it should be met. It says so in the Bible. He believes that he and his co-workers in APP are doing that kind of work, trying to meet one of the most basic needs of the people.
Helen Beglin is at the top of the mountain that afternoon. A graduate of Princeton Seminary, she is a pastor in an urban church. Born and raised in Alabama, Helen became involved in the civil rights movement in 1964, the year the church was bombed, killing 4 black children.
A lot of stray impressions of what we've seen. I've been struck by the animals, that all the animals we've seen are so underfed, that you see the ribs of dogs, of horses, of cows, with very few exceptions. And I've been very impressed with Jacobo and with Mario and with the people who are so committed to doing something in this country and doing something to help each other. I feel hopeful. And I think when I am faced with tasks that seem discouraging, and when I'm with other people who are, back in New Jersey, I'll think about that trench and think about the distances that people are willing to go. I would hope that in the United States that we won't have to learn all over again how connected we are with each other. I felt at the time of the Civil Rights Movement that I'm sorry, that I thought that our country slowly did move to recognizing some of the inherent meaning that this country started off with, that we can't be separate societies.
Late one night, as the crew was driving back to the capital with Jacobo, he said, "If you come to Honduras with materialistic eyes, you will be very saddened. But if you come with spiritual eyes, your heart will be glad."